if the Supreme Court reverses its ruling on Donald Trump, they have a slight chance of actually surviving. Okay, this is radically true. The big sister equation is how Thomas Jefferson writes the epitaph of Western civilization. That is absolutely the truth as a historical equation there. And it's not South Africa or Baltimore Central, where the Buffalo Soldier, no, and genocide of America. That's the reality right there. Okay, have another cigarette because that's what George Washington was selling. Because he wasn't in the promised land. Okay, it's very complex. I don't know, I think in the 1980s, jail drugs were flowing, actually, maybe in the early 90s. The first camera phones, right, probably around mid-1990s, I think that stopped that, actually. These are ultimately prophetic equations, okay? In the name of God, you have to understand that completely. Jesus may be the firstborn in his family, but he doesn't have the European biological father figure. Okay, he's got like a grandpa that's I don't know. Okay, George Washington has that, and it powers him and Jimi Hendrix into destructive behavior, actually. And though the logic and the math of the sociological, geopolitical, racial reality, Kobe Bryant, Desmond Tutu, Martin Luther King, the paradigm thing. I will compare Jesus to R. Kelly, okay, because very soulful, all right? Having and this is a very complex one, sort of a paradigm. Actually, I can't even think through it because it's too complex without seeing it. And it's a quadratic equation. And if you can do those in your head, oh boy, I can just sort of conceptualize it. It's an unsolved, very simple quadratic equation that R. Kelly with his big sister, okay, MLK with his big sister. LaToya Jackson, okay, whatever, paparazzi, candy, and hormones for Michael Jackson, something like that, versus George Washington, desperado. Okay, it's and the friends that the world needs to prevent war. That Benny and Jenny. Okay, that's not some sort of like, oh, I just want whatever. No, clearly his family saw this and went, oh shit, what the hell's going on here? That's what's going on there, because his biological father was old by the time he was a teenager, and perhaps, unavailable or whatever, similar to George Washington, Thomas Jefferson's fathers. Jimi Hendrix's father, highly available and influential, and that's Christians in general. The Christian American with the biological father is not as lucky as the one who has the single mother. I guess I imagine Michael Jackson and lots of Diana Ross love out there, and I'm imagining it. Okay, but absolutely, you have to understand the Supreme Court. Okay, this is ultimate prophecy of delusion, extreme. Sigmund Freud is as high as a kite because he's got two biological fathers and a little sister, just like Hitler. But Hitler plays a paradigm card saying, oh, no, all I've got is a big sister. Okay, that's what America has to realize, that ultimate disaster Okay, no taxation without representation. That could be a prisoner, actually, an ambassador who is locked up like Julian Assange without the conspiracy. Okay, because that's entirely because of my name, which the Supreme Court will not say. Not specifically. Everyone else will say it sort of ambiguously, and that's a weapon. And if you say it specifically, it's actually to resolve the issues so that we don't have sheer hatred purely by people having a big sister or having a little sister or having no sister at all. Okay, the Sister, the TV show, those are the happiest African Americans you've ever seen. The Olsen twins, the complete opposite of that. If I had a twin sister, I think I would probably own a nightclub. I'd probably be very successful, and without conspiracy, without scandal. Okay, no matter what would have happened in my childhood. Okay, if I had a big sister and a twin sister, and a rocket ship, or who knows what. My own planet, I wouldn't even. I just crashed into the planet Earth, and I just lived there. I lived on the planet, okay, happily.